kita mula dengan session yang kedua ni. Okay, teacher akan mulakan dengan permutation combination. Okay, so permutation combination for the first question, dia kata find how many different 5-digit numbers can be formed using the digits 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 and 8 if each digit may be used only once in any number. Meaning that this is no repetition, tak ada, maksudnya you ambil kad tu, kad digit 1, digit 2, digit 3 tu without replacement. So kita boleh guna sekali je kad tu. Okay. So this one for the first question, there is no restriction. Tak ada syarat apa-apa pun. So you just pick 5 digits out of 6 digit. Okay, to form the 5-digit numbers. Okay, so this is actually permutation. Kenapa permutation? Sebab dia number. Number ni, dia order does matter. Alright, so number 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 dengan number 1, 2, 5, 3, 7 is are two different numbers. Okay, meaning that kalau makna dia berbeza, so itu akan jadi permutation. Okay, so what to do is for first one, we just take 6. Okay, you permute 5. Maksudnya you ambil 5 daripada 6. So 6p5. Okay, itu saja. Tekan calculator. 6p5 is equal to 720. Or okay, or you all nak guna cara principle of multiplication, also can. Alright, so principle of multiplication ni maksudnya you tak nak guna formula 6p5, nak susun. So kita susun dia. Buat kotak, okay, ada 5 kotak. Alright, so you have to fulfill the column one by one. Alright, so for the first column, you have 6 choices. Because we have 6 digits. It's either you want to put 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 or 8. So we have 6 choices. Second, because 1 digit is already here. Okay, so you have 5 digits left. So we have 5 choices for the second column. Third column, you have 4 choices and then 3 and then 2. So according to principle of multiplication, the number of different 5 digit, the number of different 5-digit numbers ni, kita boleh arrange dia in 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2, which is also equal to 720. Okay, alright. So this one biasanya kalau soalan without any restriction, so this using the formula is better lah. Okay, alright. So look at number 2, part 2. Okay. Part 2, question 1a, dia kata how many of the numbers found in part 1 are not divisible by 5. Okay, so you have to understand that the number divisible by 5 must end up with number 5, okay, or 0, tapi 0 tak ada kat sini. Okay, so only 5 yang ada dekat sini, only digit 5 yang ada dekat sini. So the number that can divisible by 5 is the number end up by 5. Number tu kena berakhir dengan nombor 5. Jadi yang kita nak sekarang ni adalah not divisible by 5. Bila not divisible by 5, meaning that the last number cannot be digit 5. Can be any digit except 5. Okay, so sekarang ni kita ada 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 and 8. So we cannot put 5 at the last place. So we only have 5 choices. You want to pick 1. Okay, so this is the last place. Okay, the last place is 5p1. Alright, so kita kena isi yang ni dulu. Okay, kita kena isi yang restriction dia dulu. Okay, so after you fulfill the last place, you have 5 digits left. Sebab nombor 5 tu boleh join balik. Okay, nombor 5 tu boleh join balik. So dia akan jadi for all 4 places, tempat yang depan lagi ada 4 tu. So kita nak choose 4 out of 5. So 5 pick 4 times dengan 5 pick 1 ni kat sini. Dia permute ni sebenarnya. Alright, so 5p4 times dengan 5p1 is equal to 600. Okay. Or boleh juga buat dalam principle of multiplication. We look at the last place first. Okay. Last place we have 5 choices except for number 5. Okay, so after you fulfill the last place, so the first place you have 5 digits left, so 5, 4, 3, 2. Jadi principle of multiplication, 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 5. This is equal to 600. Okay. And the third one, kalau kita tengok the third one, dia kata the numbers found in part 1 are even and greater than 30,000. So we have two restriction. The number must be even, the number must be greater than 30,000. So ada, so kalau kita ambil this one, kita buat petak kat sini. Okay, if the number is greater than 30,000, so the number dekat depan ni, okay, dia boleh ada how many choices? We can fulfill with number, ada 4 semua sekali. Okay, because we have digit 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 and 8. If you put number 1 here, so the number is less than 30,000. Dia akan jadi number 10,000 plus. Okay, 2 pun tak boleh because dia akan jadi 20,000 plus. Alright, so which digit that you can fulfill here is digit 3 or digit 5 or digit 7 or digit 8. Okay, but at the same time, the number that you write must be even. So even, the last number should be an even number. Alright, so even number here is 2 and 8. So it's either you fulfill the last place with 2 or 8. Okay. The problem is 8 ni number 8 ni, dia boleh jadi duduk depan, dia boleh duduk kat belakang. Alright, so it can be fulfill the first place and it also can fulfill the last place. Okay, so when this situation happen, what do you do is you must decide on your own. Okay, so you have to write down the case. We have to divide the case into 2, where the first case is starting with 8. Kita yang decide. Okay, kita yang decide. The number must start with 8. Okay, so kalau kita kata the number must start with 8, meaning that, okay, depan ni mesti number 8 je lah. Okay, depan ni must fulfill with 8. Belakang ni, because 8 must be here, so no 8 anymore. Okay, dah tak boleh nak guna 8 at the same time. So the number ni, the last place only can fill with number 2 ataupun digit 2 ni. Okay, so we only have one choice dekat belakang, one choice dekat depan. Okay, so depan is 1P1 which is 8, belakang also 1P1 which is 2. Okay, so once you fulfill the 2 places ni, depan 1, belakang 1, so tengah-tengah ni dia free, boleh je nombor berapa-berapa pun boleh. So after you pick number 8 and you pick number 2 here, so we have 4 digits left. So all 4 digits left can fulfill these 3 places, so 4P3. Okay, so 1P1 times 4P3 times 1P1, so the answer is 24. Okay, next, the second case is starting with 3, 5 or 7. Okay, so we don't want 8 at the front. Tak boleh, number 8 tak boleh mula dah kat depan. So yang boleh mula cuma number 3, number 5, number 7. Okay, at the same time kita kena faham, alright, so because number 8 will not be at the first place, so number 8 will be also can fulfill the last place. Okay, dia boleh duduk dekat belakang juga. Alright, so dekat belakang ni it's either 2 or 8, dekat depan ni 3, 5 or 7. Okay, so out of these 3 we pick 1 to fulfill the first place. Out of these 2 digits, 2 and 8, we pick 1, so 2P1, and then the 3 places, the other 3 places can be fulfilled by any 4 of the digits left. Alright, so 3P1 times 4P1 times 2P1. So this one is, 3P1 times 4P3 times 2P1. This is equal to 144. Okay. Alright, so 144 dengan 24 ni kita kena add up. So dapatlah 168. Okay. Or alternatively, kita tak nak letak, okay, we don't want to consider starting as a case. Alright, so kita nak letak, okay, kita boleh tak kita kata kita nak decide yang belakang? Boleh? Alright, so kita boleh kata first case tu ending with 2. Ending with 2. Kita dah tetapkan number kita mesti ending with 2. Meaning that it can fulfill the first place. Dia boleh saing dengan yang lain ni, 3, 5, 7 tu untuk duduk depan. Sebab dia tak boleh duduk dah dekat belakang ni. Dekat belakang ni only 2 can take the place. Okay, so the first place can be fulfilled by any of these 4 digits. So 4P1 times dengan belakang is 1P1, tengah-tengah dia adalah 4P3. Okay, so the total is 96. And then the second case is the number ending with 8. We decide the number must end up with 8. So 8 must be here. So of course when 8 fulfill the last place, so 8 cannot be here. So dekat depan ni cuma ada 3 je yang nak saing. Alright, so 3P1 dengan 1P1 belakang. So 4P3 di tengah-tengah ni. Okay, so the total is 72. So if you find the sum, so 96 plus 72, so the answer is also 168. Okay, alright. Okay, so that is permutation. Now, kita tengok the next question, apa dia nak tanya. Okay, so sekarang ni dia tanya combination. Okay, dia kata the number of combinations of n items taken 3 at a time is 6 times the number of combination of n items taken 2 at a time. Okay, soalan ni bukan soalan problem solving ni, dia soalan you have to use the formula of NCR. Okay, so NCR. And sekarang ni n items taken 3 at a time maksudnya NC3. Okay, equal to 6 times. 6 times maksudnya 6 multiply the number of combination of n items taken 2 at a time, NC2. Okay, ingat dekat depan, dekat list of formula tu dia ada bagi NCR ni. Formula dia adalah n factorial over n minus r factorial, r factorial. Okay, so we use this formula, okay, to convert NC3 ni, dia akan jadi n factorial over n minus 3 factorial because 3 now is r, 3 factorial, multiply 6 dengan n factorial over n minus 2 factorial, 2 factorial. Okay, n factorial means n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4, so on sampai 1 kan. Okay, tapi sekarang ni because bawah dia ada n minus 3 factorial, so we expand n factorial ni, dia akan jadi n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, and then we stop dekat n minus 3 sebab bawah ada n minus 3 factorial. Okay, so we stop and then we put factorial symbol here. 3 factorial is equal to 6. Okay, so this one 6 dekat depan. Alright, so n factorial we expand dia tu jadi n minus 1, n minus 2 factorial. So we stop at n minus 2 factorial because bawah ada n minus 2 factorial. 2 factorial is 2 times 1 which is equal to 2. Okay, so apa kita nak buat lepas ni is kita cancel n minus 3 factorial dengan n minus 3 factorial. Okay, n minus 2 factorial cancel juga dengan n minus 2 factorial. Okay, so these 2 dengan 6 boleh kecilkan 2 times 1, 2 times 3. Okay, so kita dah ada 3 dekat sini. So this 6, kita multiply 6 both side. So kita akan dapat 6 times 3 lah dekat sini. What's left at the left is n minus 1, n minus 2. Yang ini je. Kat sebelah kanan is 6 times 3 is 18. N times dengan n minus 1. Okay. Now we look at this one. Belah kiri, belah kanan dua-dua ada n. So kita boleh cancel this n dengan this n. Okay. N minus 1 also the same. This one cancel. N minus 1 dengan n minus 1. So what's left is n minus 2 equal to 18. Therefore, n is equal to 20. Okay? Jawapan dia simple je, tapi nak dapatkan jawapan dia tu, so you have to, this one kena betul-betul tulis satu-satu yang ni. Okay? Kalau soalan macam ni memang tak ada chance lah kan nak guna calculator apa semua, tak boleh. Okay? In terms of n. Okay. Next question. Okay, we look at this. Dia kata arithmetic. Sekarang ni soalan progression. Soalan progression, arithmetic progression has a second term of negative 14 and a sum to 21 terms of 84. Okay, so find the first term and the 21st term of this progression. So how do we convert the statement into mathematical statement? Alright, so second term we can write as T2 is equal to negative 14, a sum to 21 terms of 84, meaning that S21 is 84. Okay, S21 is equal to 84. Okay, so for arithmetic progression, kita tengok formula untuk arithmetic progression. Okay, so Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1D. A represent the first term. D is common difference. Okay, n is a number of term. Okay, so Sn is n over 2, 2A plus n minus 1D. So now for these two infos that we have, kita tak tahu A dia berapa, kita tak tahu D dia berapa. Okay, because the question asks us to find the first term, maksudnya kita nak cari A. So bila nak cari A, we cannot stay in the T ni, in terms of T ni. So kita kena tukar T ni in terms of A dengan D. So what we have is A plus, alright, so n minus 1 is 2 minus 1D is equal to negative 14. Okay, so therefore kita dapat A plus D is negative 14. So this is equation 1. Sebab ada dua benda tak tahu, A lagi tak tahu, D pun tak tahu. Okay, so dia akan jadi first equation. Alright. So from X21 is equal to 84 ni. Okay, so kita dapat ni Sn masuk dalam formula Sn. So you will have 21 over 2, 2A plus dengan 21 minus 1D is equal to 84. Okay, so kita simplify. So 21 naik atas, so 2 naik atas ni multiply 2 over 21 both side. So kita akan dapat 2A plus 20D is equal to 84 times 2 divided by 21, so dapat 8. Okay, so this is equation. Kecilkan dulu sebab T dengan 20 dengan 8 all is a multiple of 2. So you divide by 2, yang ni pun divide by 2, so you will get equation 2. Again, simultaneous equation kan? Lagi-lagi simultaneous equation. Lagi-lagi simultaneous equation. So kita kena buatlah simultaneous equation. A plus D negative equal to negative 14 dengan A plus 10D is equal to 4. Okay. So teacher akan buat elimination method. As we have here is A, here is also A. So equation 2 minus equation 1. Okay, equation 2 minus equation 1, so A minus A hilang. So 10D minus D is 9D. So 4 minus negative 14 dapat 18. So you will get D is equal to 2. Okay. Once you get D, cari A. Okay, you can substitute into equation 1 ataupun into equation 2. So A is equal to negative 14 minus D, D is 2. So A is equal to negative 16. Okay, so dah dapat dah first term. Sekarang nak cari the 21st term. 21st term, the first, bukan the sum, tapi the 21st term. The 21st term maksudnya T21. So kita nak cari T21. So A dah ada. So guna yang ni. A is negative 16 plus 21 minus 1. D you know already 2. Okay. So masuk dalam ni. So negative 16 plus 20 times 2. So the answer is 24. Alright. Okay, next. Okay, next we go to B. Okay, dia kata geometric progression. Tadi arithmetic, sekarang ni geometric. Geometric progression has a second term of 27p square. Okay, fifth term of p to the power of 5. Alright, so T2 is 27p square. T5 is p to the power of 5. Alright, so dia kata common ratio is such that R is in between 0 and 1. Okay, so the formula of Tn for geometric progression is given by Tn is AR to the power of n minus 1. Okay, so kalau kita nak cari R, maksudnya kita kena convert T ni in terms of A and R. So what is T2? T2 is AR to the power of 2 minus 1. Dia akan jadi AR. Okay, so AR is 27p square, and then another one is ini akan jadi sebab kita dua benda kita tak tahu kan, A dengan R, so ini akan jadi equation 1. So from T5 is equal to P to the power of 5, kita akan dapat AR to the power of 4 is equal to P to the power of 5. This is equation 2. Okay, kita nak cari R. Nak buat simultaneous equation. For geometric progression, because this is a multiplication, so teacher akan buat 2 divide by 1. Okay, kita boleh divide. Right, when we divide, equation 2 divide equation 1, so kita akan dapat AR to the power of 4 over AR is equal to P to the power of 5 divide by 27p square. So this A, this A and this A kita boleh cancel out. Alright, so this one macam biasalah kan kita buat. Okay, actually dia ikut law of indices. Tapi yang ni semua ni tak tahu nak buat R to the power of 4 over R kan. So dia akan dapat R to the power of 3. So P to the power of 5 divide by P to the power of 2, dia akan jadi P cube over 27. Okay. So nak hilangkan cube ni, nak hilangkan 3 dekat atas ni. So we cube root both side. So cube root both side, cube root P cube dapat P cube root 27 dapat 3. So R is P over 3. Okay, so once sudah dapat R, dia kata find hence. Bila soalan hence, maksudnya kena ambil apa yang you all dah dapat dalam soalan part 1 tu. Dia kena guna. Alright, so hence find in terms of P the sum to infinity of the progression. So bila dia suruh cari sum to infinity, so formula sum to infinity ni apa dia? So S infinity is equal to A over 1 minus R. R dah dapat P over 3. Okay, so kita boleh je nak masuk P over 3 kat sini. Tapi A tak tahu lagi berapa. So kena cari A dulu. So you can find A from equation 1 or equation 2. Mana-mana satulah kita boleh guna. Okay, tapi teacher prefer you all guna equation 1 sebab R dekat sini ada power 1. Kalau guna equation 2, R to the power of 4. So dia jadi panjang lah pula cerita dia. Okay, so you pun carilah. A guna R ni masuk dalam ni P over 3 is equal to 27p square. Okay, so nak cari A is equal to 81p. Actually dia sebenarnya adalah 81p square over P kan. Okay, so dah cancel out P square over P, dapatlah P. So kita dapatlah A is equal to 81p. Okay, so once you dah dapat A, kita nak cari S infinity. So S infinity is equal to 81p, ini A, minus 1 minus R over 1 minus R. R kita adalah P over 3. Okay, so dia sebenarnya ini pun dah dikira jawapan akhir. Ataupun you all nak simplify, kita equate the denominator yang bawah ni. So kita akan dapat 3 minus P over 3 and then simplify dapat 2 for 3P over 3 minus P. Okay, actually yang ini pun dah dianggap sebagai jawapan akhir. This one or this one will be considered as your final answer. Kat sini pun dah dapat A1. Okay, sebab markah 3 ni sebenarnya cari A dah 1. Okay, you cari A tu dah 1 And then dah dapat A ni, jawapan ni dah dapat 1 markah ni kat sini. Answer pun dah dapat 1 markah. Okay, untuk A. Alright. Okay. The third one, dia kata given that the sum to infinity is 81. Dia dah bagi dah. S infinity ni is equal to 81. Find the value of P. Nak cari value of P, you substitute into this one. Okay, masukkan 81 sebab S infinity is 81. Alright, so apa dia S infinity? S infinity tu adalah 81P over 1 minus P over 3. This is equal to 81. So this 1 minus P over 3 ni kita multiply dekat sebelah sana. So kita akan dapat 81P equal to 81 times 1 minus P over 3. Okay, both side we have 81. Sini ada 81, sini pun ada 81. So boleh cancel je 81 dengan 81 ni. So dapatlah P is equal to 1 minus P over 3. And then we combine all the terms. P tu adik-beradik dia letak satu tempat. So P plus P over 3 is equal to 1. So 4 over 3P is equal to 1. Therefore P is 3 over 4. Okay, so geometric dengan arithmetic progression ni dia sebenarnya adalah tajuk baru dalam Cambridge ni. This is the second year. Alright, so if you look at the past year questions, only last year lah yang kita boleh refer. Okay, and then the questions is not dia direct questions je. Okay, dia kebanyakannya dia direct questions. Okay, tapi you can check the past year questions, only last year you can have progression. Okay, last year dengan June this year lah. Okay, right. Next, look at this one. Dia dah masuk application apa semua, calculus dah masuk ni. Tadi I'll focus on algebra. Okay, so sekarang ni dah masuk ke calculus. Okay, so two variables x and y such that dia bagi y is 5 over set x minus 9 for x greater than 9. Sebab kalau x less than 9, the function is undefined. Sebab dia dah jadi negatif dalam set ni. So dia akan bagilah, dia akan mention yang ni. Tak ada masalah yang tu. Okay, so the question asks you to express dy dx. So kita ni bila kita tengok fraction macam ni, so dalam kepala, quotient rule. Okay, nak guna quotient rule. So quotient rule, I advise you, if you have a numerator only in constant. Okay, ni constant je lah, tak ada x dekat atas ni. So please avoid quotient rule sebab it takes time. Dia ambil masa dengan markah dia 2 je kat sini . So you nak cari u, you nak cari v, nak cari u prime, v prime apa semua. So apa yang kita buat, we bring x minus 9 ni, the set x minus 9, we bring it up. Okay, so that kita boleh buat dy dx cari untuk composite function biasa. Okay, so before that, set x minus 9, kita tukar dulu jadi x minus 9 to the power of 1 over 2. And then, you bring it up, so dia akan jadi y is 5 times x minus 9 to the power of negative 1 over 2. Okay, so sampai sini, kita cari dy dx. Okay, nak cari dy dx, so dy dx, 5 is always 5 here, jangan kacau dia pun tak kacau siapa-siapa duduk kat situ. Okay, so negative 1 over 2 turun depan, jadi negative 1 over 2, x minus 9. Sekarang ni what happened to the index when you differentiate, we minus 1. Okay, so we minus 1. So once you minus 1, you will get negative 3 over 2. And then after that, kita differentiate pula dalam bracket ni, differentiate x minus 1, dapat 1. But if you do not show 1 ni, kita boleh terima sebab differentiate x kita dapat 1. Okay, tak apa, tak tunjuk yang ni pun tak apa kalau dalam ni bila differentiate you get 1. Tapi kalau dalam ni 2x minus 3 ke, kena tunjuklah you differentiate kena dapat 2 sebab nanti jawapan akhir dia akan berubah kan. Okay, tapi kalau 1, you multiply dengan 1, dia still lagi dapat benda yang sama. So, this one is allowed kalau tak ada pun. Okay, so this one kita simplify 5 times negative 1 over 2. So dia akan dapat negative 5 over 2. Nak biarkan dia ke atas pun boleh. Yang ni sebab power dia negatif. Or you want to put it down balik jadi negative 5 over 2. Macam ni. Teacher tak buat. Alright, so teacher conteng sikit kat sini. Alright, sorry. Okay, sini it's either you buat yang macam ni ataupun you buat yang ni is equal to negative 5 and then bawah dia akan jadi 2 and then x minus 9 to the power of 3 over 2 kat situ. Okay, boleh je mana-mana. Tapi yang ni pun dah dikira final. Okay, so next. The question asks you to find the approximate change. Bila masuk je approximate, dalam kepala dah kena ada, bear in mind you want to find yang delta tu semua tu. Okay, yang delta tu. Alright, so approximate change in y, maksudnya nak cari delta y. As x increases from 13 to 13 plus h. Okay, so x increases from 13 to 13 plus h where h is small. So this is small change. Bila small change tu delta tu kan. Okay, delta showing that the changes is very small. Alright, so apa yang kita dapat dekat sini adalah we can get delta x from here because x increases from 13 to 13 plus h. Okay, so delta x is the final reading minus the initial reading. Alright, so 13 plus h minus 13, so you will get h. Okay, so that is delta x. Alright, using this one, delta y, delta x approaches dy dx. Approximate to dy dx. Bukan approaches, approximately equal to dy dx. Okay, kita sekarang ni nak cari delta y. Okay, bila nak cari delta y, delta x dah tahu kan? So kita multiply delta x both sides. So what you have is this. Delta y is equal to dy dx. Hence ni kat sini maksudnya you dah nak guna apa yang you all ada dekat atas. Okay, so kemasukkan dy dx is negative 5. Teacher letak kat bawah dekat sini sebab kita nak masuk value. Bila nak masuk value, kita nak kira kan. Tapi kalau dia duduk kat atas ni, you use calculator pun tak ada masalah. Boleh je nak kira. Okay, so letak sini 13 minus 9 to the power of 3 over 2 times dengan h. H ni adalah delta x tadilah. Bila kita dah eliminate delta x dekat bawah ni. Okay, so dapatlah macam ni. Alright, so tekan calculator, negative 5 over this one, semua ni. So apa yang you all akan dapat is delta y is equal to negative 5 over 16h. Okay, or kalau tak nak buat macam ni pun boleh tukar jadi negative 0.3125h. Dia dapat tepat ni, negative 0.3125. Okay, because the question did not state that kita kena bagi jawapan in exact value apa semua, tak ada. Okay, so it's either you give your answer in fraction or you give your answer in this form. So mana-mana saja boleh diterima. Okay. Ada orang dia seronok buat calculus kan. Ada orang dia tak seronok buat calculus ni. Makin lama makin tinggi, makin lama makin ni je ni. Okay. So kita tengok sekarang ni question 4 pula. Nah, kita tengok question 4. Okay, tadi differentiation. Sekarang ni kita tengok integration. Okay. So before we do integration, kita tengok dulu soalan 1. Okay, soalan A. Dia kata show that this one we have two single fraction, we have two fractions, alright, so now can be written as one single fraction. Okay, we have two fractions, can be written as one single fraction. So as usual, bila kita ada fraction, kita nak tukar dia jadi single fraction, so we have to equate the denominator. Okay, equate the denominator, the first fraction you have to multiply by 2x plus 3. The second fraction kita multiply dengan 2x minus 3. So what happened? We will have this. Okay, so teacher letak dalam one fraction because once you equate the denominator, actually you have the same denominator. So to avoid any confuse ke kat mana-mana, so you put in one fraction. Okay, share the fraction, the bawah ni denominator yang sama. So this one 3, the first 3 you multiply by 2x plus 3 plus dengan the second 3 ni, the second fraction tu multiply dengan 2x minus 3. Okay, expand the bracket. So show one by one. Alright, so you will have 6x plus 9 plus 6x minus 9 over bawah ni dia dah jadi 4x square minus 9 lah. Okay, macam conjugate kan? Alright. A minus B, A plus B dapatlah A square plus minus B square. Macam tu lah. Alright, dekat bawah ni. So you get this one. Dah bawah dah sama dah ni. 4x square minus 9. Yang atas ni kita simplify. So we can eliminate 9 because 9 minus 9 is equal to 0. So what do you have is 12x over 4x squared minus 9. Okay. Alright. Okay, next. Hence lagi. Hence maksudnya kena guna apa yang ada dekat A ni. Alright. So dia suruh kita cari integration of 12x over 4x square minus 9 dx. Give your answer as a single logarithm and an arbitrary constant. Okay. Alright. So 12x over 4x square minus 9 dx. Alright, please be noted that we never have quotient rule. We never have product rule in integration. Integration, we integrate, kita kena cari as simpler as in its simplest form and then kita buat integration. Okay, so kalau macam ni, atas kita ada 12x, okay, bawah ada 4x square minus 9. So this one, kita nak bawa naik atas, dia akan jadi to the power of negative 1 apa semua. So sini pun dah ada x. So kita tak boleh nak guna quotient rule. So apa yang kita ada sekarang ini dekat A, dia kata you plus these two, you will get 12x over 4x square minus 9. So if you want to integrate 12x over 4x square minus 9, kita kena balik semula ke tempat asal dia. So where do you get this? How do you get this? You get this from 3 over 2x minus 3 plus 3 over 2x plus 3. So kita kena tukar this one jadi 2 fraction. Okay, this 2 fraction. So dia akan jadi equal to this one and this one. So teacher dah split yang ni, first fraction, integrate 12x over 4x square minus 9. Actually integrate of 3 over 2x minus 3 plus 3 over 2x plus 3. So kita split these two into 2 different integration. Okay, yang ini teacher buat satu integration, yang ini satu lagi integration. Okay, pecahkan dua. Okay, so kita ingat masa belajar integration kita belajar apa? Kalau kita ada integration of 1 over fx dx, okay, power dia ni satu kat sini. So kalau kita naik atas, what happen, dia akan jadi macam ni. Okay, so teacher tunjuk sini kalau you all angkat dia naik atas, so dia akan jadi 3 and then 2x minus 3 to the power of negative 1 dx. Okay, you akan dapat macam tu kan? Okay, so bila kita buat integration, the index we have to add 1 to the index. So negative 1 over 1 dia akan jadi 0. 0 over 0. So the function will be undefined. Okay, so what to do? Bila kita ada 1 over fx dx, so kita akan dapat ln fx. Okay, ln fx. Sekarang ni fx kita adalah 2x minus 3. Ln fx divide by differentiate fx tu letak dekat bawah ni. Okay, so this one, semua rules ni you all kena ingat lah untuk masuk exam. So inilah senjata-senjata yang you all kena bawa. Okay, kena ingat ni semua. Alright. So this one, bila kita integrate, kita akan dapat 3. 3 is 3, constant. So integrate 1 over 2x minus 3, you will get ln 2x minus 3. Differentiate 2x minus 3, dapat 2, letak dekat bawah. Okay. This one also the same, only the symbol of minus now become plus. Alright, so 3, this one become ln 2x plus 3 over 2 juga plus c. Okay, right. So here you have 3 over 2. Yang ni pun ada 3 over 2. Then we can bring 3 over 2 to the front. Okay, letak dekat depan sini. And then in bracket is ln 2x minus 3 plus ln 2x plus 3 plus c. Remember to put c because we have indefinite integral. Okay. Right, so this is not a this is not the simplest answer form sebab soalan kata giving your answer as a single logarithm. Sekarang kita ada dua ni logarithm ni. Sini satu, sini satu. Okay, so use the law of logarithm. Log A plus log B, bila plus tengah-tengah ni dia akan jadi multiply. Okay, dia akan jadi multiply. So dia akan jadi 3 over 2 ln 2x minus 3 2x plus 3 multiply. Okay, plus c. You leave your answer as this or kalau rajin expand yang ini dapat yang ni balik for x square minus 9 tapi 3 over 2 still lagi dekat depan or you use the law of logarithm juga. This 3 over 2 naik jadi index so naik atas ni. Either this or this or this. Tapi ada plus c ya. Yang ni ada plus c, yang ni pun ada plus c. Okay, you this one ada plus c, yang ini pun ada plus c kat sebelah sini. Okay, sekejap. Okay, ni pun ada plus c dekat bawah ni. Okay. Alright, dia ada three types of answers. All three can be considered as a final answer. Okay, it's either nak tinggalkan yang ni sebab ini dah satisfy dia punya syarat. Dia kata give your answer as a single logarithm. Ini pun dah single dah ni. Dah single logarithm and arbitrary constant ni 3 over 2 dekat depan tu, constant. Okay. Right? So guna apa yang you all dah dapat daripada soalan A untuk jawab soalan B. Yang ini kalau soalan keluar macam ni, this one you cannot do integration directly. Okay? Dia mesti buat macam soalan keluar macam mula-mula dia bagi integration as an inverse of differentiation tu. Konsep tu lah dia akan guna. Okay, next soalan kata ni sekarang instead of indefinite integral sekarang dah jadi definite integral. We have a limit of 2 and a. Alright, so upper limit a, lower limit dia 2. Okay, dia kata given that 2 to integrate to 12x over 4x square minus 9 from 2 to a, you will get ln 5 sed 5. Dia suruh cari exact value of a. Okay. Dia suruh cari exact value of A. Alright. So kita guna apa yang kita dah ada tadi. Bila kita integrate 12x over 4x square minus 9 tadi. So dapat ni kan. Dapat 3 over 2 ln 2x minus 3 2x plus 3. So we just put upper dengan lower limit dia. So once you put upper dengan lower limit. So C tu dah automatically eliminated. Alright, so bila kita dah ada definite integral, dah tak ada C dah. Okay, so macam biasa, kita nak buat eliminate, nak masukkan upper limit dengan lower limit untuk integration. Okay, masuk upper limit dulu, lepas tu tolak dengan, ganti dengan substitute with lower limit. Alright, so we have 3 over 2. 3 over 2 ni, teacher dah pindah siap-siap pergi sebelah sana. You multiply 2 over 3. Sini pun multiply 2 over 3. So tak ada dah sebelah kiri ni. So sebelah kanan akan jadi 2 over 3 ln 5. This set 5. Teacher tukar jadi 5 to the power of 1 over 2. Okay. Alright. So this one, first you substitute with upper limit. Okay, masuk upper limit A. So jadi ln 2A minus 3, 2A plus 3. Okay, next minus, you substitute the lower limit. 2, masukkan 2 kat sini, masukkan 2 kat sini. So this one boleh simplify, this one pun boleh simplify. Okay, so this one ln 2a minus 3 ln 2a plus 3 tu akan jadi ln 4a square minus 9. This one dia akan jadi ln 4 minus 3 is 1. 4 plus 3 is 7. So 1 times dengan 7 dia akan jadi ln 7. Okay, right side ln 5. This is 1. 1. This is 1. This is 5. Power dia 1. Okay, power dia 1. So this one akan jadi 5 to the power of, this one akan jadi 2 over 3 ln 5 to the power of 1 plus 1 over 2, which is 3 over 2. Okay, so this 2 over 3 naik atas. Naik atas, dalam ni dah jadi 3 over 2 times dengan 2 over 3. So cancel out. So kita akan dapat 5 to the power of 1 je kat sini. Okay, so this and this, law of logarithm say log A minus log B akan jadi log A over B. Okay, 4a square minus 9 over 7, this is equal to ln 5. Now we have on one ln sebelah kiri, we have one ln sebelah kanan so that we can compare the value. Therefore, 4a square minus 9 over 7 is equal to 5. Okay, you have to have this before you compare right and left and right ni. Okay, selagi kita tak dapat satu je ln sebelah kiri, satu ln sebelah kanan, you cannot compare. Like this one kan, sampai step ni sebelah kiri ada 2 ln lagi ni. Sebelah kanan baru ada satu ln, so kita cannot compare. We can compare if we have ln sebelah kiri and then equal to ln sebelah kanan. So therefore 4a square minus 9 over 7 is equal to 5. Okay, so after this step, so algebra je yang ni 7 times dengan 5, 35 plus 9, okay, you will get 44. So 4a square is 44, so a square is equal to 11. So a is set 11. Supposedly you have plus minus 11, tapi a must be greater than 2. Okay, so a should be positive 11, set 11. Okay, tak payah tunjuk, tak apa dapat plus minus because it's already stated in the question a must greater than 2. Okay. Alright. Now we look at question 5. Okay, question 5 ni dia kinematics. Alright, dia adik-beradik ni semua ni. Differentiation, integration dengan kinematics. Alright, because kinematics ni dia akan guna dua-dua. Dia akan guna differentiation, dia akan guna integration. Okay, so dia kata particle P moves in a straight line such that its displacement x meter from a fixed point O at time t second is given by x is equal to 10 sin 2t minus 5. Okay, so dia punya movement is in trigonometric function. Alright, so question asks you to find speed of P. Ingat kita ada, kita belajar displacement, velocity, acceleration. Okay, so from displacement to velocity A to V, okay, to A, bukan A, S ataupun X kat sini dia akan sebut S. Yep. Okay, this one is S, bukan ni adalah S. Yep. Okay, so this is S. Tak boleh nak keluar dah. Tak apalah. Alright, sekejap. S to V to S to V to A. Okay, abaikan yang ini sekejap. Dia dah jadi, oh sekejap. Dia nak padam. Okay. X to V to A. Alright, so X to V to A, kita buat differentiation. Daripada displacement nak dapat velocity, kita differentiate. Velocity nak dapat acceleration, kita differentiate. Okay, the other way around, kita integrate. Alright, we integrate A to get V, kita integrate. V nak dapat X, kita integrate. Okay, so find the speed of P when T is equal to pi, dia kata. Okay, nak cari speed sekarang ni. Speed, velocity, sesama je nak cari displace, nak cari speed, kita kena differentiate kita punya X. Okay, differentiate X, so differentiate dapat dx dt. Okay, 10 sin 2t minus 5 ni. Okay, differentiate 10 is 10, differentiate sin 2t akan dapat cos 2t, differentiate sin dapat cos, okay, cos 2t, and then differentiate pula yang dalam dia ni, 2t function dia, so you will get 2. So you multiply 2, differentiate negative 5, you will get 0. These 2 boleh multiply dengan 10 depan ni, so dia akan dapat V is equal to 20 cos 2t. Okay, bila soalan tanya speed, speed ni dia direction dia tetap penting kan. Kalau speed ni dia adalah skala quantity, dia bukan vector quantity. Okay, so kalau dia tanya speed dapat negatif, kita abaikan negatif tu lah. Tapi for this one, bila V is equal to 20 cos 2t, so you substitute t with pi, so dia akan dapat cos 2 pi. So cos 2 pi is equal to 1. Alright, so V is equal to cos 2 pi is equal to 1, so cos 360 Alright, so V is equal to 20. Okay, ataupun speed dia adalah 20. Okay. So find the value of T for which P is first at rest. Okay. Dia kata P is first at rest. Alright, so kita cari find the value of T. Bila particle tu at rest, maksudnya dia stop movement. Okay, dia stop the movement. Bila dia stop the movement, meaning that V is equal to 0. Particle at rest, V is equal to 0. So what is your V? V is 20 cos 2t. So this is equal to 0. So therefore cos 2t is equal to 0. Okay, cos 2t is equal to 0. So kita nak cari sekarang ni 2t tu berapa. Okay. Alright, so up cos ataupun you shift cos dalam calculator 0, so you will get 2t is equal to pi over 2. Alright, sekejap. Teacher nak tunjuk. Alright, so bila dia function cos kan, bila dia function cos, actually cos ni dia akan gerak macam ni kan graf dia. Graf dia akan jadi macam ni. Okay. Alright, graf dia macam ni kan. So dia repetition tau, dia repeat. Dia repeat. Dia banyak kali dia akan jumpa ni adalah graf V against T. Okay, so particle tu bila dia move, dia akan jumpa ni, dia akan stop banyak kali ni. This is the one, the first stop, this one is second stop, this one is third stop semua. Sebab kat sini adalah V0, kat sini pun V0. Okay, tapi soalan cuma minta dia first at rest. Okay, first at rest meaning that stop at the first time. So stop dekat first time adalah when T, 2T is pi over 2, mula-mula sekali. Okay, dekat once bila dia gerak, okay, dia stop mula-mula dekat pi over 2. Okay, so kita tak payah consider dah yang lain, cuma just take one value of T. Alright, so 2T is pi over 2, so therefore T is equal to pi over 4. Okay, so only this one, only this, okay, this point, yang ini je, because the question asks you for the first at rest. Ada juga teacher pernah jumpa dia kata dia find the value of T when which P stops momentarily for the second time. For the second time. Bila for the second time maksudnya bukan sini lah, yang ini. So kena cari T yang the next tu, yang dia kat sini ni berapa. Okay. So itu kena baca soalan betul-betul. Ini yang dia kata read questions carefully tu. Okay. So bila dah dapat yang tu, next soalan kata find the acceleration of P when it is first at rest. So dia suruh cari acceleration bila particle tu first at rest. First at rest tu bila? Bila tadilah bila T is equal to pi over 4. Alright, so nak cari acceleration daripada V, kita ada V is 20 cos 2t. Nak cari acceleration, kita differentiate. So differentiate 20 cos 2t. Differentiate 20 is 20 duduk depan. Differentiate cos dapat negative sin 2t. Okay, so then after that kita differentiate pula 2t belakang tu, multiply lagi dengan 2 dekat belakang. Okay, so our A is negative 40 sin 2t and then you substitute t is pi over 4 masuk dalam ni. Once again, make sure that your calculator in radian mode. Okay, kalau tak nak tukar ke radian mode, so you have to convert pi over 4 tu, dia akan jadi 180 divide by 4. Okay, 45 degrees kan? 180 divide by 4. Yes, 45 degrees. So kena tukar jadi 45 degrees multiply dengan 2 tu kat situ. Okay. Therefore you will get A is negative 40 sin 2 pi over 4. So tekan calculator. So you will get negative 40 because this one is also equal to 1. Okay, this one B still lagi dalam soalan kinematik. Actually dia soalan lain ni, dia bukan soalan yang sama. Alright, so dia kata particle P projected from the origin O. So yang ini dia punya function dia is in quadratic function. Okay, tadi in trigonometric function, sekarang dia dalam quadratic function. Alright, dia kata dia start dekat origin O. Okay, at time t second after projection, the velocity of the particle is given by this one. Alright, show that P first comes to instantaneous rest when t is equal to 2. Instantaneous rest adalah samalah dengan stops momentarily. Turn the direction, sama juga. Maksudnya particle tu bila dia nak turn the direction, dia akan stops momentarily. So the same situation actually. All the at that time bila when the particle stops momentarily or when the particle instantaneously at rest or when the particle turn the direction, okay, actually the situation is V is equal to 0. Okay, so V is equal to 0. So when V is equal to 0, V is already given equal to 0. So you have the quadratic function here. Quadratic equation. So dapat quadratic equation, actually 963 dengan 90 ni dia all multiple of 9. So boleh je nak kecilkan dia. Divide by 9 semua boleh. Okay, and then you factorize. Okay, so teacher tak simplify tapi teacher letak 9 dekat depan ni. Sama je, letak simplify dulu lagi selamat sebenarnya. Okay, so dapat t minus 2, t minus 5. Is equal to 0. Therefore, you will get 2t. Satu t2, satu lagi t is equal to 5. Tapi sebab dia kata show that P first comes to instantaneous rest when t is equal to 2. So 2 is smaller than 5. Okay, so we just assume that t is equal to 2. Tak payah tulis lah, t2, t5 tu tak payah tulis. Because we want to show that the first P comes to rest is t equal to 2. So you just show this one and then after you show this one, so you pick the smaller number. Okay, so t is equal to 2. Right? Okay, next. Apa dia tanya? Dia kata find the acceleration of P when t is 3.5. Ni teacher tulis ni, V dia bagi ni, this is V. Okay, salin balik apa yang dia dah tunjuk dekat question asal dia. Alright, V is 90 square minus 63t minus plus 90. Okay, the question asks you to find acceleration. So acceleration from velocity, we differentiate. differentiate V 90 square. Okay, 90 square dapat 18T. Negative 63T dapat negative 63. Okay, so bila acceleration kita nak cari tu when T is equal to 3.5, so you just put 3.5. So A is substitute 3.5 into T dekat sini. In T ni masuk sini, jadi A is equal to 0. Okay, jangan panik bila dapat A0. Ada je masa dia acceleration 0, meaning that the particle move in uniform velocity. So tak ada acceleration. Okay. Right. Next, the question asks you to find expression for the displacement of P from O at time T seconds. The question asks you to find expression for the displacement. Maksudnya dia suruh cari X in terms of T lah, cari function S. Okay, ataupun function X. Alright. So displacement, nak cari displacement from V, kita integrate. Okay, so integrate V. Integrate 90 square minus 63T minus plus 90. You integrate, you will get 90 square over 3, 90 cube. 90 cube over 3 minus 63T square over 2 plus 90T plus C. Okay, simplify. Alright, so C ni nak kena cari kat, nak kena cari dulu ni. C ni apa dia? Okay, kita tahu particle tu, dia kata particle start when at origin O. Okay, so dah tak ada maklumat lain dah dia bagi. So we can assume that when T0 S also 0. Okay, particle tu start dekat origin. Maksudnya bila dia nak jalan, masa tu dia dekat origin. So at that time T is 0, particle tu bila dia duduk dekat origin, maksudnya S dia 0. So bila T0, masuk dalam ni lah 0, 0, 0. So S also 0, therefore C also 0. So bila C 0, dah tak ada C dekat situ. So kita pun tulislah balik dia, rewrite S is equal to 9 and 3 can be simplified. And this one 63 over 2T square plus 90T. Biarkan dia 63 over 2 because this one dia kalau ni dia dapat decimal number kan. So tinggal je lah 63 over 2T square. No problem. Alright, so this is your S. Okay. Alright, so to S kita. So after you get this one, next question, dia question asks you to find the distance traveled by P. Okay, in the first 2 seconds. So this one teacher salin balik Ini S yang kita dapat daripada 3. Okay, part 3 tadi. S is 3T cube minus 63T square over 2 plus 90T. Okay, question asks us to find the distance travel in the first 2 seconds. Kita ingat balik, particle tu dia gerak and then dia first come instantaneously at rest when T is equal to 2. Maksud dia, this one. Particle only stop for the first time when T is equal to 2. So dia tak stop sebelum tu. Start daripada T0, dia akan ikut jalan until T is equal to 2, baru dia stop. So that we can say that it moves in the same direction from T0 until T is equal to 2. Okay, dia akan bergerak sebab particle ni once dia stop, dia akan reverse the direction. Okay, so sebelum dia stop, dia akan ikut move in the same direction sampai dia stop. Okay, so sekarang kita nak cari sampai 2. So dia daripada T0 sampai T2 tu, so kita just cari when S when T is equal to 2 je lah. Okay, sebab kita tahu T0 dia duduk dekat 0. T is equal to 2, masukkan T is equal to 2, so you substitute T with 2 in S and then you will get S is equal to 78. Okay, meaning that from T0 dia akan gerak sampailah T is equal to 2, dia duduk dekat 78. Okay, so the distance travel in the first 2 seconds is 78 meters. Okay, tak tulis meter pun tak apa, tulis je 78 kat situ. Okay, but the difference with A and B here is kalau dia suruh cari distance travel in the first 3 seconds, Meaning that we have direction, the turning direction tu ada. Because daripada T0 sampai T2 dia gerak. Okay, teacher dah tulis sini T0 as 0, T2 as equal to 78. Okay, meaning that, okay, this is a number line. Okay, this is a number line. So this is when T0 dekat origin. So T0 dia duduk sini. Okay, and then the particle will move in the same direction until T is equal to 2, which is 78. Alright, so dia akan gerak sini. From here to here in the same direction. Okay, so after T is equal to 2, the particle will turn the direction. Once it stops, it will turn the direction. Okay, dia akan pusing. Dia tak boleh stop, duduk, lepas tu duduk yang apa ni, berhenti penat sekejap, lepas tu nak jalan lagi sambung direction dia tak. Okay, dia punya character when it stops and then it will turn the direction. Okay, so turn the direction until 3 because we want to find the first 3 seconds. Alright, so we find where is the particle when T is equal to 3. So you substitute into S. Substitute T is equal to 3 and then you will get S is equal to 67.5. 67.5 is the displacement of the particle when T is equal to 3. So bear in mind ini adalah distance from origin O. So 67.5 is actually to the left of 78 lah. Okay, dia duduk sini. So this is 67.5. So particle tu what happen, dia akan gerak jalan, patah balik. This is when T is equal to 3, dia stop dekat situ. Okay, bukan dia stop, kita cuma nak cari sampai first 3 second. Dia tak stop, dia akan jalan lagi kan. Dia akan jalan lagi. Tapi kita nak cari cuma dalam 3 second. Okay, so how do we find the total distance? Is total distance travel is this one is 78 and then plus dengan ini je jarak dia. Okay, so 78 minus 67.5. Okay, so this is the distance from T equal to until T equal 3. Therefore, the total distance is 177/2 or 88.5. Okay. Next. Okay, next is vectors. Okay, vector. Kita ada 2 vectors, vector P and vector Q. So vector P dia bagi, vector Q pun dia bagi in terms of I and J. Okay, next the question asks you to find the value of alpha and beta constants such that P plus 2Q is alpha plus beta I minus 20J. Okay, so every time I got the questions, vector questions, I prefer to write the working in column vector. Okay, why? Because we have we can reduce the huruf-huruf ni, letters, all the letters ni. Okay, yang kita nak cari adalah alpha plus beta. So if you write down in I and J, dia akan ada I lagi, dia ada J lagi, ada alpha lagi, ada beta lagi. Yang mana satu nak cari sebenarnya? Okay, so you just compare this. Alright, do show your work in column vector. Alright, so 11 plus 2 times 2. Yang ini atas ni is I, yang bawah ni adalah J. Okay, so if you look at this one, dekat I ni, you have 2 unknown, alpha and beta. Okay, tapi kalau you consider J, so J only have alpha. So I will take this one first. Negative 24 plus 2 alpha is equal to negative 20. You equate this one first to find alpha. Okay, so you cari alpha, so dapat alpha is equal to 2. So once you got alpha is equal to 2, then you compare 11 plus 4 tu dengan alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta is equal to 15. So alpha is equal to 2, therefore beta is 13. Okay. Alright, so you got beta already. So after that, using the values of alpha and beta found in part, using the values of alpha and beta found in part 1, find the unit vector in the direction of P plus 2Q. Okay, so P plus 2Q ni is equal to alpha plus beta I minus 20J. So alpha dah tahu, beta dah tahu, so kita tahulah P plus 2Q kita is 15I minus 20J. Okay, unit vector in the direction of R is given by vector R divided by the magnitude of R. Okay, so you already know the unit, the vector P plus 2Q. So unit vector in the direction of P plus 2Q is a vector itself, which is 15I minus 20J divided by dia punya magnitude. Magnitude dia is 15 square, the square root of 15 square plus negative 20 square. Okay, I will, kat sini teacher nak remind bila kat sini negative 20, even though bila kita letak dalam bracket and then kita square, we get positive. So make sure when you show in your working, you put negative 20, jangan letak 20. Okay, even though kita kata alah 20 ke negative 20 ke, bila square kita akan dapat 400 juga, tak boleh. Okay, dia kena letak negative 20. Alright, because dia asalnya adalah negative 20. So put negative 20 and then you will get the answer. This one is kecil, apa ni, split into 2, 15 over 25I minus 20 over 25J. Okay. Alright. Okay, next. Kejap lagi nanti teacher share apa QR code sekali lagi untuk paper ni. Alright, so the points A and B, dia kata ini vector have a position vector A and B. Alright, so kita ada OA dengan OB. You know OA is equal to A. Kita tahu OB is equal to B. And then dia kata point C lies on AB. Alright, such that AB to AC is 1 to lambda. Semua orang takut lambda sekarang kan? Okay, virus lambda. Okay, the lambda variant. Alright, so ini lambda ni lambda dalam vektor. Alright, so AB to AC is 1 to lambda. Okay, so kita nak tulis dalam fraction, kita lagi senang tulis dalam fraction. Sebenarnya AB to AC is 1 to lambda. AB over AC is equal to 1 over lambda. So macam mana ni sebenarnya? Alright, AB 1, AC lambda. Okay, AC ni lambda, AB tu 1. Okay, dia kata find an expression for OC. OC in terms of A, B and lambda. Okay, OC yang ni. This is OC. O to C. Alright, so O to C dia punya, okay, this is the arrow. O nak pergi ke C. Okay, bila O nak pergi ke C, kita buat guna triangle law. Okay, guna triangle law, O nak pergi ke C is OA plus AC. Okay, look at this. OC is OA plus AC. Alright. So, OA tak ada masalah. OA kita dah ada vektor A. Tapi kita tak ada vektor AC ni in terms of A, B and lambda ni tak ada. Okay. Kita tahu AC tu kita tahulah lambda. Alright. Tapi dia tak ada dalam vektor A dengan B tu. Alright. So kita akan buat OA tu OA. Okay, A ni. Daripada sini kita tengok. Alright, so AB. Okay, AB ni. AB lambda ni cross product Lambda AB is equal to AC. Ataupun AC is equal to lambda AB. Okay. So kita tulis dekat sini. OC is equal to OA plus lambda AB. We can find AB by using AO plus OB. Okay, by using AO plus OB. Alright, so OA kita masukkan A. and then lambda AO is a reverse direction of OA, which is akan jadi negative A, plus OB is plus B. Okay, then when we write the vector, so A and B ni dia adalah vector. Okay, so jadi constant dia kena duduk sekali. Maksudnya we don't want to have both two A's in one statement. Alright, final answer dia kena buat. Alright, so this is 1 kan, 1 minus 1A plus lambda A plus B. So you have to put 1 minus lambda A dekat belakang dia tu. Okay, this is actually a coefficient of A, vector A, plus dengan lambda B. So this is a coefficient of lambda B. Lambda is coefficient of vector B. Okay, so we have OC is 1 minus lambda A plus lambda B. Okay, ada juga yang tanya, boleh tak nak guna ni triangle bawah ni? Boleh, kita boleh guna triangle yang bawah ni, tak ada masalah. So kita akan cari, alright, so kita boleh buat alternatively, we can write OC by using OB plus BC. Tapi yang ni BC ni, we don't know BC. We know AC is lambda. This one is 1, AB is 1. Maksudnya CB ni adalah 1 minus lambda lah. Okay, yang ini akan jadi 1 minus lambda. So CB, kalau AC tadi is lambda AB. Okay, so kalau CB dia akan jadi 1 minus lambda AB. Sebab sini ni, dekat sini ni, ini adalah 1 minus lambda. Okay, satu tolak lambda kat situ. Okay, right, so OC is equal to OB plus BC. So OC is equal to OB, tak ada masalah. BC ni kita tukar jadi 1 minus lambda sebab B ke C. Direction dia B ke C. So bila B ke C, kita kata dia adalah 1 minus lambda BA. Direction dia adalah BA. Okay, direction dia adalah B ke A. Dia terbalik dia punya direction. Okay, so this one, dia akan jadi OB plus, OB ni adalah B, plus 1 minus lambda, BA ni adalah BO plus OA. Okay, BO plus OA. BA Jadi BO tu terbalik kan, dia jadi negative B, OA adalah A. So dia akan jadi lagi complicated kalau bandingkan dengan yang ni tadi kan. Okay, right. Lepas tu this one, okay, teacher expand dululah sebab pening tengok yang ni, so kita expand. Right, so this B is B lah. Okay, so 1 times dengan negative B, so dapat negative B. Yang ni times dengan B dapat positive lambda B. So this one 1 times A dapat vector A, lambda, negative lambda times dengan vector A dapat negative lambda A. Okay, then kita buka bracket ni, vector B minus vector B hilang. So what's left is A plus lambda B minus lambda A. So A dengan A kita combine, so kita akan dapat 1 minus lambda A plus dengan lambda B. At the end, we will get the same answer. Tapi this one ni dekat sini ni, it's more complicated compared to the first method yang ni tadi. Okay? Alright. So, atas pilihan kita sebenarnya. Alright, tapi kita tengoklah yang mana yang rasa, kalau yang ni tengok yang ni pun dah 1 minus lambda, so avoid lah guna yang ni. So teacher advise gunalah triangle OAC, okay, instead of OBC tu. Okay, and then we look at C. Dia kata point S and T have position vector S and T respect to an origin O. Okay, point O, S and T do not lie in a straight line. Alright, so given that the vector 2S plus mu T, okay, vector 2S plus mu T, yang ini, vector ni, okay, vector ni, this one, is parallel to vector this one. Okay, where mu is a positive constant. Sekarang kita nak tengok kalau kita punya syarat kalau two vectors are parallel. Okay, so let's say kita tengok yang ni. Kalau A, B and PQ are parallel, kita kata AB is lambda PQ. Okay, kalau these two vectors are parallel, maksudnya AB is lambda PQ. Sama juga dengan yang ni. So this one, 2S plus dengan mu T, parallel dengan mu plus 3S plus 90. So kita kata 2 mu, ambil dia punya constant je. Okay, 2 mu is equal to lambda yang ini. Okay, so teacher tulis dalam, I write in a column vector. So S dengan T tu kita tak tulis lah. Okay, kita tak tulis dulu. Alright, so 2 mu, ambil dia punya constant is equal to lambda mu plus 3 and 9. Okay, so now we have two equations. Satunya kita ada 2 plus mu lambda plus 3 mu. Atas ni ada mu lagi, ada lambda lagi. Tapi dia punya bawah ada mu dengan lambda juga. Tapi bawah dia lagi simple. Alright, so ambil yang ni. Mu is equal to 9 lambda. You compare this one, yang bawah ni. Okay, tulis equation yang bawah. The question asks you to find mu. Dia tak suruh cari lambda berapa pun. Okay, so from here, kita ambil lambda is equal to mu over 9. Okay, lambda akan jadi mu over 9. So kita nak buat simultaneous sebenarnya. Okay, daripada equation atas ni, so 2 equal to lambda mu plus 3. So kita dah ganti dah lambda dengan mu over 9. So dia akan jadi gini. Okay, next kita simplify. So you will have this one dengan this one dapat 18. So mu times mu is mu square. Mu square plus 3 mu minus 18 is equal to 0. Okay. Then kita factorize. Mu plus 6 is mu minus 3 is equal to 0. Then kita akan dapat 2 mu. Satu negative 6, satu lagi 3. Okay. Tapi soalan kata mu is a positive constant. Find the value of mu. So kita pun ambil mu is equal to 3. Kalau kita tinggal jawapan kita sampai sini, apa jadi? Alright. A0 if negative 6 not discarded. Maksudnya kita tinggalkan jawapan sampai mu is equal to negative 6 dengan 3. Kita tak conclude jawapan kita mu is equal to 3. So A0. Jawapan akhir tak ada markah. Okay, sebab kita tak ikut soalan. Soalan minta mu positive constant sahaja. Okay, so kita pun sampai sini kena habiskan. Mu is equal to 3. Alright, so two parallel if this vector and this vector are parallel. Okay. Okay, next question. Okay, kita tengok soalan trigo. Right, kita tengok soalan trigo. Dia kata show that 1 over secant theta minus 1 minus 1 over secant theta plus 1 is equal to this one. Ini proving ni. Okay, you want to prove the left side is equal to the right side. Okay, so the left side we have fraction. As usual, when you have fraction, kita equate the denominator. Alright, so the first fraction multiply secant theta plus 1. The second fraction multiply secant theta minus 1. So you will have this. Okay, you will have this. And then kita expand bracket. So you will get secant theta plus 1 minus secant theta plus 1. Alright, bawah dia akan jadi secant square theta minus 1. Okay, atas, so secant theta minus secant theta dah habis. So tinggal lagi 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So what do we have is 2 over secant square theta minus 1. So when you do proving, always refer to the identity given. Okay, so this identity will be given to you. Okay, dekat list of formula tu dia ada identity. Alright, so secant square theta minus 1 is tangent square theta. Okay, so we convert secant square theta minus 1, dia akan jadi 2 over tangent square theta. Okay, so tangent square theta ni dia duduk bawah ni. Alright, so cotangent square theta is equal to 1 over tangent square theta. Therefore, this is equal to 2 cotangent square theta. Okay. Right. So once you prove this one, okay, next soalan kata hence. Again, bila dia kata hence, maksudnya adalah dia punya relation dengan soalan part 1. Alright, kita tengok yang ni dulu. Kita tengok hence dulu. Yang ni, because this one kita nak tengok dia complicated sikit. So kita tengok apa yang kita dah buat dekat part 1. Dekat part 1, kita dah buat 1 over secant theta minus 1 minus 1 over secant theta plus 1 is equal to 2 cotangent square theta. Okay, so apa beza this one dengan yang ini, yang baru ni? Okay, so the difference is only at theta, now it is 2x will replace theta tu. Okay, so 2x 1 over, instead of 1 over secant theta minus 1, so now we have 1 over secant 2x minus 1. Theta now become 2x. Okay, only that part. Yang lain semua sama. Okay, so kalau this one dekat soalan part 1, we have 2 cotangent square theta. So for this one, we only convert this theta to 2x. So what we have is actually 2 cotangent square 2x. Okay, so 2 cotangent square 2x is equal to 6. Okay, now dia kata range dia bagi from negative 90 degrees to 90 degrees. Ini kalau x, tapi kalau 2x dia akan jadi from negative 180 degrees to 180 degrees. Multiply 2, so sini pun multiply 2. So this is the range. Okay, kita tinggalkan dulu range ni, kita tengok apa yang kita nak buat. Kita nak settlekan 2 cotangent square 2x is equal to 6. Okay, so therefore cotangent square 2x is equal to 3. How do you eliminate square? We square root both sides. So kita akan, cotangent ni dulu. Okay, cotangent ni dalam calculator kita tak boleh nak cari cotangent kan? Kita cari tangent. Okay, so kalau cotangent 2x is equal to 3, maksudnya tangent 2x is 1 over 3 sebab dia reciprocal. Dia terbalik je kan? Okay, so this one kita nak cari tangent 2x, eliminate square, we square root both sides. So kita akan dapat plus minus 1 over 3. So we have 2 parts, satu positif, satu lagi negatif. Okay, when we want to solve, kita kena tengok bila trigo, kita nak solve, kita ada 4 quadrant. So all 4 quadrant add sugar to coffee tu. Okay, first quadrant, second quadrant apa yang positif, third quadrant apa positif, fourth quadrant apa positif. Okay, so kita tengok sekarang ni tangent 2x kita in set 1 over 3. Okay, set 1 over 3, dia akan, ni positif kat depan ni. So tangent positif in quadrant 1 dengan quadrant 3. Okay, add sugar to coffee Okay, so tangent 2x is negative in quadrant 2 and quadrant 4. Okay, bila kita ada semua ni, all 4 quadrants involved, maksudnya kita kena cari angle semua dalam all 4 quadrants. Okay, so first we find the basic angle. So shift tangent ataupun up tangent 1 or set 1 over 3, you will get 2x is equal to 30 degrees. Okay, you will get 2x is 30 degrees. Yang ini biarkan dia as 2x, jangan divide lagi. Alright, so basic angle adalah 30 degrees. Okay, avoid negatif apa semua, jangan lagi. So kita cari basic angle. So bila basic angle 30 degrees, kita nak cari in all 4 quadrants. So kita tengok kita punya range. Range start from negative 180 to 180. So now, if you have range from negative to positive angle, so kalau teacher akan buat 2 range. One is range for negative angle and then another one is range for positive angle. Okay, so for negative angle kita tahu angle akan jadi negatif kalau kita start daripada ni 0 Okay, clockwise direction, dia putar ke bawah kan? Bila dia negative angle, maksudnya dia ke bawah. Sampai sini is negative 180. Okay, so bila kita jalan from this point dekat x-axis ni, positif. Okay, so you move clockwise direction ke bawah sampai sini. Cukup sampai sini negative 180. So the range involved is quadrant 4 and quadrant 3. Okay. So kita nak cari angle dalam semua kuadran. So tak ada masalah. Memang kena cari dalam semua kuadran. Okay, so kita akan jumpa quadrant 4 dulu. So quadrant 4, basic angle 30 degrees is here. Tapi because we move clockwise direction, so this is negative 30 degrees. Okay, so this is one of the answer. Kita nak cari semua ni dalam all 4 quadrant. Tapi kalau negative angle yang involve cuma quadrant 3 dengan quadrant 4. Okay, so this is angle in quadrant 4. Alright, so another one we have angle in quadrant 3. Okay, we move from this point, okay, clockwise direction until in quadrant 3, basic angle should be here, dekat sebelah sini. Ini basic angle 30 degrees. Okay, so angle yang kita nak cari adalah this angle which is negative 150 degrees. Okay, itu untuk negative angle. Positive angle, okay, positive angle we move anti-clockwise. So bila anti-clockwise from 0 until 180, so the region involved is quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. Okay, so quadrant 1 pun kita nak angle dalam quadrant 1. So quadrant 1 dekat sini lah. So this one no problem, biasa je yang ni 30 degrees. Okay, and in quadrant 2, okay, in quadrant 2, basic angle dia kat sebelah sini 30. So kita nak cari angle ni, this angle is angle 150 degrees. Therefore, our 2x is negative 150, negative 30, 30 and 150. And after that, we divide by 2, so you will get these are all the answers. Negative 75, negative 15, 15, 75. Semua sekali. Okay. Alright, so this is question 7 part 2. Okay. Next. Last question. Okay. Last question. The question asks you to find cosecant y plus pi over 3 is equal to 2. Okay. So the range given is 4y. Bukan 4y plus pi over 3. So kita kena tukar dulu range ni. So that you will get y plus pi over 3 is greater than equal. This is 0 when you plus pi over 3 here. So this one is also, you have to plus pi over 3. So the range is start from pi over 3 until 2 pi plus pi over 3 is 7 pi over 3. But then, kita cannot, sometimes it's hard for us to imagine where is pi over 3. Pi kan dalam radian. So, kita boleh je tukar dulu dalam degree. No problem. Okay, dalam degree ni kita dah boleh imagine dekat mana kan kita start. Alright. Tapi jawapan akhir nanti kena bagi dalam pi. Because bila angle dia bagi dalam pi, so last final answer should be given in pi radian juga. Okay. So now kita tahu kita kat sini. Okay. Like, look at this question. Question dia dulu. Okay, kita dah settle yang ni. Nanti sekejap lagi kita balik sini balik. Okay, cosecant y plus pi over 3 is equal to 2. Cosecant theta is 1 over sin theta. Okay, therefore, sin y plus, okay, teacher tukar dulu pi over 3 jadi 60 degrees is equal to 1 over 2. So you find the basic angle. Alright. Before cari basic angle, kita tengok dulu sin positif dalam kuadran berapa. So sin positif dalam kuadran 1 dengan kuadran 2. Okay, sin positif kuadran 1 dengan kuadran 2. So kita nak cari angle dalam kuadran 1 dengan kuadran 2. Okay, so basic angle dia adalah 30. You shift sin 1 over 2, you will get 30 degrees. Okay, now we go to this one. 30 degrees. Tapi kat sini kita start dengan 60 degrees. Okay, so tengok betul-betul. So actually, this is all 4 quadrant. Alright, so our journey start from here, dekat sini. 60 degrees. Kat sini So this is 60 degrees. So bila kita nak start our journey, kita akan start dekat sini. Alright. Kalau kita tengok basic angle dia adalah 30 degrees. So basic angle 30 degrees, kalau dalam quadrant 1, so 30 degrees akan duduk kat sini lah. Okay, dia akan duduk kat sini. Ni. Dia akan duduk dekat ni 30 ni, kat sini 30 degrees. Okay, tapi bila kita start kita punya journey dekat 60 degrees, maksudnya kita tak jumpa ni, this one. Kita tak jumpa angle ni dulu. Okay, so kita akan start dekat sini. Alright, and then bila dia positive angle kan, kita akan jalan ni anti-clockwise direction. Kita akan jumpa apa dulu? Kita akan jumpa angle dalam second quadrant dulu kat sini. Okay, yang ni dulu jumpa. So this is 30 degrees. Okay, tapi bila kita nak measure angle kena start measure from x positive ni. So kalau sini 30 degrees, maksudnya angle yang kita nak cari adalah angle yang ni. Which is 150 degrees. Okay, so angle first yang kita akan jumpa sebab kita jalan start daripada 60 degrees. Okay, kita jalan start daripada 60 degrees. Kita akan jumpa second quadrant dulu. So dalam second quadrant, angle adalah sini 30. So nak cari angle dalam second quadrant, 180 minus 30. Okay, itu satu. Alright. And then kita start journey kat sini and then kita jalan ni. Jalan sampai sini. Okay, masuk dalam sampai habis dekat sini. Okay, belum cukup lagi 420. 420 maksudnya sampai sini baru 360. Okay, so kena tambah lagi 60 baru dapat 420. Jadi, bila kita start the journey from here, okay, bila kita start journey kita daripada sini, kita jalan, so kita akan masuk balik dekat first quadrant, baru kita jumpa angle ni. Okay, jadi angle dia yang kita nak cari, dia dah habiskan satu pusingan, lepas tu tambah lagi dengan 30. So sini one complete cycle is 360 plus dengan 30 degrees. Okay. So kita tak boleh ambil the first 30. So kena ambil 150 dengan 360 plus 30. Okay. So this one is 150, yang ini akan jadi 390. So kita nak cari y. So kita minus 60, both 150 minus 60, 390 also minus 60. So you will get 90 degrees and 330 degrees. Okay, remember your answer should be in terms of pi. So kita tukar balik dia jadi pi. Okay, so teacher harap so kita dah tak ada masalah lah nak tukar degrees ke radian, radian to degrees. Okay, yang tu. Okay, so this one you need practice. Okay, cari soalan past year banyak-banyak yang involve dengan ditukar-tukar range ni semua and then try jawab soalan tu. Okay, so you will be better. Okay, more practice will makes you better. Okay, right, so setakat tu dulu teacher punya perkongsian hari ni. Okay. So teacher dah habis yang ni. Kalau alright, so kalau you all nak PDF, so teacher boleh share sekarang PDF dia. Boleh scan je QR code tu, boleh terus dapat dia punya nota ni secara PDF. Okay. So teacher serahkan kepada Puan Razia untuk menamatkan sesi lah. Sesi kita pada hari ini. So apa yang baik tu datang daripada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, yang kurang tu daripada teacher sendiri. So teacher mohon maaf. So teacher harap apa yang teacher kongsi hari ini dapat sedikit sebanyak membantu dalam menjawab soalan-soalan IG. So teacher ucapkan good luck, semua berjaya dapat A star. Okay, Amin, amin ya rabbal alamin. Alright, so sekian daripada teacher. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.